Hey guys, it's David here, and it's currently day 242. I hope you guys had a good day and are doing better than yesterday. But the time is currently 5:34. A bit tired today, and definitely woke up feeling a bit small. That means looking a bit small. So I'm not sure if that's just a poor sleep or something, but last night I had a pretty good sleep. However, today is Friday, so I do have to go see my pro officer, which means I won't have a lot of time to work. However, I still have some time to work. That being said, join me today as we take on another full day of challenges and a lot of things I want to talk about. But the first thing I want to talk about is just get up and start your day right. So, I'll see you guys in a bit. So it is currently 6:29. About to head to the gym today, and I must say I am not feeling the quite bit resistant today. Normally I kind of feel a bit sluggish, I kind of feel a bit reluctant to go to the gym, but today, although I'm not really motivated to go, I'm feeling okay, right? And I'm saying feeling a lot, and we shouldn't use feelings because we should be basing our actions on logic. But the truth is, guys, emotions always come first. We gotta feel first before we actually do it. But that is something I'm trying to adjust. I'm trying to adjust my vocabulary because obviously, as you guys may know or not, the things we say to ourselves, our mind cannot distinguish the difference between a lie, a joke, or brutal honesty. So you may say you feel something, or you may make a joke about that you're stupid or dumb, but the truth is your mind will take that just as serious as if you were actually honest when compared to joking. So it's very important to focus on your self-talk. It's very important to focus on how and what words you use because those are very crucial. So definitely I had to switch from feeling to thinking. But it also ponders over my mind, why is it that I have been using the word feeling so much? And maybe that is also a clear indicator that I have built up some fatigue. Like lately, even just saying some words I find it very difficult. So that is also a type of fatigue. So when finding fatigue, guys, we have to really distinguish all the patterns in our lives and just pull the pieces together because that prints a bigger picture. And that bigger picture normally means we have to back down, we have to readjust something, or we have to do something different from what we are doing right now. And for me, I am actually due for a deload next week. So it kind of makes sense why lately I have been feeling a bit tired, a bit sluggish, a bit out of my mind, both mentally and physically, because I am due for that deload. And I know this is going to happen because I have data over months and perhaps a few years of just recollective thought, experiences, and just how I feel and stuff. And once you have this data, guys, it is super, super crucial and almost a lifesaver. Because when times like these happens, when you feel sluggish, tired, procrastinate, or just pure lazy, you know why you actually feel this way. Because you are not actually procrastinating. You're actually not lazy. You actually have fatigue, and you know you have fatigue because you have measured yourself, you measured your performance, and you measured everything else to know that fatigue is coming up and I need to back down. Otherwise, I'm gonna burn out. Otherwise, I'm gonna run into the mud. Otherwise, I'm gonna fall headfirst and find it very difficult to get up. So, that being said, I am going to go to the gym now, and afterwards, I'll come back before I go to my pro officer because it'll be still too early. So, I do hope I can do some work before then. But that being said, I'll see you guys in a bit. It is currently 8:38. So just came back from training and you can see this big smile on my face because honestly guys, today's training was just different. It hit different. It was legs, it was Bulgarian split squats. So normally I would bitch out. But honestly today I had the best leg session. Not necessarily that I had gone up in weight or gone up in reps. It was just a session. I was just enjoying it so much. I find myself, this is the first time actually, that my face wasn't so tense in the gym. I was actually smiling, which is very rare at the gym because I go just full on hard and it is painful. But I guess it is because my leg, my foot is actually finally healed. I took off the bandage off and I was on the calf raise and I was just feeling all the muscle fibers, just every single inch of it. And I was just so happy because it has been a long time since my foot was recovered. But I'm not going to over exaggerate my happiness today because I know this is not going to last. And I know we can't always be happy. We can't always be at our peak. And if we over exaggerate this moment, then we're gonna ruin it for the rest of our life because we're not gonna be happy. Most of the cases, we're gonna be just in the middle. So we will always constantly reminisce and seek that high of our happiness. So don't over exaggerate this, and don't over exaggerate when you're down and low, because just know this is only a spike in your life. Whether it's a spike in happiness or a drop into sadness, it won't last. It simply won't last. So don't over exaggerate something, because life will go back onto its baseline, like how we live life on autopilot. So I guess be grateful of times when you're happy, and I guess question yourself and really look back at your life when you're sad, because those moments will tell you actually a lot about your life and why you feel such way. And sometimes if we just question ourselves, that we might actually sustain that happiness. We might actually pull ourselves out of our depression or sadness because we actually understand what caused it. Why do we feel such way today? But that being said, guys, I always wondered, why is it that some people can't find their purpose, and why is it that some people can find their purpose? And I realized that fatigue does play a massive role into this too. Because sometimes we're just too tired to seek for our why. Sometimes we are too tired to take on new risk. And I say tired, meaning fatigue. I don't really mean tiredness as we don't want to do anything because we feel we're lazy, but because we are fatigued. See, tiredness and fatigue are similar, but I refer to tiredness as fatigue. But either way, guys, the reason why we can't seek for purpose or take on new risk into our life or form productive habits or stick with productive habits is because we simply are just too tired. We simply just don't want to do the extra work, and we simply just don't want to do it. We rather go back into our complacency, we rather go back into what's comfortable. So thus, how do we expect to take on new risk, take on new challenges, and most importantly, put ourselves in the fire? Because that is being uncomfortable. And to be uncomfortable means forming new habits. And to form habits means finding a purpose that the habit is worth forming. So a lot of the time, guys, including me myself, every time I say to myself that, you know what, David, you're going to do this today, you're going to do a lot of work today, you're going to be productive, you're not going to do anything bad today, you're going to be a good boy. But a lot of the times when I say that to myself, I don't follow through with my words because I'm just too tired. I'm too tired of life, I'm too tired of this person, and I'm just too tired of my circumstance. I wish my life was better. But the thing is, guys, we say those things to ourselves because we are just too tired to face the fact that we actually can do it, that we actually are in control of our own destiny, that we actually can change our fate and shift into a new paradigm of fortune and luxury. But the thing is, we don't want to think like that because it uses mental fatigue to think big. It uses mental fatigue to think outside the box. And sometimes we don't have that time nor energy to do it. So fatigue plays a role into all our lives, but I do believe our purpose or lack thereof is due to fatigue, an excess amount of fatigue that we didn't know how to get rid of because we didn't first establish why we had that fatigue. But I do want to touch on this topic a little bit more because at the moment I am sweating, I am drenched, and I want to get some food before I go see my parole officer. So I will be back with you guys, but just know I'll go into detail more about this and exactly how fatigue has affected my life and what I had done to kind of overcome this to find my purpose and find my why in life, which then led to me sustain many good habits and form a lot along the way while also breaking a lot of my bad habits. I'll catch up with you guys in a bit. Hey guys, it is currently 3:40. So for the past few hours, I have been trying to work on this problem for JavaScript. Now, honestly guys, I am very clueless as to what I am doing. For most of my time, I pretty much am just staring at the screen, staring at the words, and just wandering into space. Not really even problem solving. I'm not really even using my mind to think. So it has been pretty difficult for me to actually just do the work because I don't know how to do the work. So for the past 3 hours, honestly, I have been doing perhaps nothing. Just staring at a screen, scratching my head, grinding my teeth, and just trying to look for an answer. But I know doing that, I am not really educating myself. So I guess for the rest of the time being, or today, I just want to educate myself and try to understand what it is that I don't understand and try to figure out how exactly can I read this this language, this JavaScript code, because it is what I need to do to just get through this stage. But I don't know, guys. I'm honestly, my brain is fried. I even forgot really what I want to talk to you guys today about because my brain is just trying to figure out this stuff. So I'm gonna keep on trying, but this is pretty much has been my 3 hours for the past 3 hours, just staring into my screen, wandering into oblivious. So I guess I'll catch up with you guys in a bit, and hopefully I have made some progress then.
So guys, it is around that time and it is currently 6:56 and I forgot where I left my phone, so I am not going to go search for it now. But today, honestly guys, has just been another day of scratching my head, overcoming challenges and putting myself in the fire and just burning alive when I don't have to. And honestly guys, I quite enjoy it. Not in a weird sense, but in the sense that I know that this scar will live with me forever and I'll be stronger than ever before. Now, although my body may be enduring this pain, enduring this discomfort of actually not learning or putting myself in this fire to be uncomfortable, but I'm not really sure if my mind is really taking it as well as my body. Like, sure, I could sit there, my mind could make my body sit there, but is my mind really taking in the information I'm learning, or is it just going in one ear and going in the other, going out the other? And sometimes I think that is the case, but sometimes I also feel like that's the case. And we know that we can't base our execution and our planning and how we choose to execute our life based on feelings. We should be more logical. We should actually have data. We should structure our day based on thinking and logic to make formal decisions that will actually benefit us rather than just a guesstimation because we feel a little bit low today or because we feel a little bit down because things just aren't going the way we wanted to go. So sometimes we have to really question ourselves, is it that we're just feeling or are we actually thinking? Is it that our feelings are dominating over our logic or is our logic more sensible and the feeling is just a subdue of it? So I do believe today I have improved because I managed to overcome the problem. Although I seek for some help, I do believe I did learn something. So I guess that is all that matters, guys. If you are stuck in something, if you feel like you are hitting your head at a brick wall, but just know, even if though you are hitting your head at a brick wall, eventually the wall will have a dent. Eventually you're going to break that wall. Just don't give up at hitting, but just make sure you're hitting at the same spot over and over again. There's no point in being inconsistent, trying to overcome a problem, trying to overcome something when you are attacking it at different angles. Like, yes, diversion might work, but if you have no idea what you're doing, then you're wasting energy on attacking and trying to figure out different areas of life and tasks or your project when the main thing that may be effective is actually just hitting your head at one spot at a time until you put a dent into it. And if it doesn't, well, try harder. Try harder, find a new strategy, but always hit at the same spot. Don't just go off course because you had it tried once and then it doesn't work. So you try something else and then you give up because it didn't work. It takes more than one shot. And especially if you have no experience, and this means anything, guys. This means about life, about business, about just working out or doing a hobby or starting a habit or even breaking one for that fact. You have to give it some time to see results. You have to put in some effort and a lot of effort. You have to go in the fire, get the scars many times over before you can come out and say that you can even walk the pit, because it takes time and it takes repetition. So for you to see some minor gains, you have to endure this, guys. You have to endure this, but there's an easier way to do this. And there's an easier way to do this when we have minimum fatigue in our life. There's an easy way to find our purpose that will allow us to throw ourselves into this fire because we have this purpose to do it. And without purpose, nobody is going to be stupid enough to be uncomfortable when life can be comfortable. Without purpose, there's no reason for you to endure pain when you can be satisfied with mediocrity. Where there is no purpose, there's no reason for you to think you need to change. But with too much fatigue, purpose can never be found. With too much fatigue, purpose is the last thing in your priority list. So I will definitely go into more about this tomorrow, as today I have totally crashed and burned. But I will be here for you guys tomorrow, so I do hope you have learned something from this. But if not, like always, I'll be here for you guys then. Until then, good night.